look, new case. This is the Caudabe Paragon. When I first unboxed the Paragon, I was pretty unimpressed, but this case is one of the best cases I've reviewed so far. That's for me personally, but what does my scoring system say? I'm testing 50 cases to find the best 5. This is review 44 out of 50, almost there. Because I'm a reviewer, not an influencer, for the iPhone 17s, my scoring system is based on what the iPhone actually feels when it hits the ground on its corner, on its face, as well as on its camera lump. Each case gets dropped at least 30 times, so when I say it's terrible, it's because I've got the data to back it up. Now, the first thing I noticed about this case was the camera lump. It looks very different. It's fully covered and it's textured, which is really nice. Functionally, I don't know what it's going to really do because you don't grip here a lot. This part of the case is incredibly slick. Whee! There's no feet at the bottom of this case, so that's going to leave a lot of marks over time. The edge of this case has a matte finish and some grip strips on it. On the inside of the case, the iPhone sits on a bed of microfiber, and the case edges on the inside are ribbed for the iPhone's pleasure. Now here's what I really like about the Paragon. It's the case edge. It is super low, but the corners are super high. On this iPhone, the case edge is actually below my screen protector, which is okay in the middle because the top and bottoms of the case have a lot of clearance for my screen. So unlike this case, where the screen edges were super sharp, I don't have that same problem with this Paragon. But I will admit that some of the buttons look really off-centered on this case. I'm okay with that. Going to increase the weight of your iPhone by 49 grams. That's basically average. And it's going to bulk up your iPhone by about 60%. But it doesn't feel like 60% because of the really aggressive taper. Now, when it comes to handling, the slick back is really off-putting for me. The finish and the grip strips on the case do help, as well as the thinness on the case edges. I just wish there was something back here. But realistically, for me, I always have a grip on my iPhone, so it's really not that big of a deal. Buttons float in this case, and they are magnetic. Camera control button is covered as well, and there's a nice aluminum rim around it as around the button. This orange case with my orange iPhone, these two things go so well together. Like, the design of this product is just top-notch. Screen access is amazing because of the taper, and the port cutout is big enough for my fattest cables. Propping it up with my pinky is awesome because Caudabe increases the surface area of that area with this little lip here. Now, when it comes to MagSafe, to pull things off, took 8.6 newtons. To shoot things off, push it was 9 newtons. That's 10% below average. That's a yellow flag for me, but those values aren't off from Apple's own cases. Now here's when things get a little weird. The case corners are only 2 mils thick. The case back is 2.5 mils thick. It's usually the other way around. And oddly enough, despite having a thick back, this case has a lot of flex in it, as it only took 24 newtons to bend it 8 mils. That's 12% below average. There is a lot of flex at the top of the case, but the amount of force to pop off a corner, I measured it at 34 newtons. The average is around 25. So Caudabe's done a good job of fitting the edge of the case onto the iPhone because it is tight. Now, when it came to corner drops, my iPhone recorded 7.7 Gs. That's 25% below average. That's pretty spectacular. How about the rotation rate after the corner drops? That was better by 36%. Case did ring a little longer by 20%. And the total force was 7% below average. Now, these values are actually pretty good, especially like the 25% reduction for the corner drops. It was interesting to see that the total force was only 7% better. Overall, this is just a very average case, I guess, in terms of drop protection. Now, when it comes to face first drops, initial impact was 14% higher. Settling rate was 37% better than average, but the total force was 29% higher than average. Now, this ratio of numbers is a little different, and I think it's because of the really aggressive taper. There isn't a lot of surface area when the phone hits the ground like that, or table like that. It's all in these corners, and so that makes sense to me when I see it like that, especially when I compare it to the Caudabe sheath, which is basically the same case without the taper. This is next video. How about the camera lump? Remember, it's slightly different. The TPU around this area is actually quite thick and it's quite rigid. So when that happens, the initial impact was 8% better than average. The settling rate was 17% below average, and the total force was only 6% better than average. So pretty just average. So the Caudabe Paragon isn't the stalwart in terms of protection, still pretty good, but it's the handling of the iPhone in this case that I absolutely adore. It is just, oh my gosh, it is so good. If it wasn't for the slick back, I would say this is the perfect case. I'm testing 50 iPhone 17 cases to find the best 5. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so that whenever I finish this video, you get notified.